A very good morning. It's just past 10 by the clock. We're back again with another edition of News on the Hour. I'm Anil Thomas, and over the next 60 minutes, we'll take a look at all the news that develops in India and across the world from the field of politics, business, sports, entertainment. A big look at Tokyo Olympics, Indian women's in the fray in that quarter-final outing against Australia. Lots to look forward to in the next 60 minutes. Let's get started now as we look at that particular hockey encounter. That Indian women leading by a slender margin of 1-0. Is it going to be history in the making? Indian women, can they reach the semi-finals? It's going to be a wait and watch. 40 seconds to the clock. It's billion hearts ticking there as they keep praying for India to win that historic match. Remember, Indian women have never reached the semi-finals of an hockey tournament, especially at the Olympics. So it's going to be a make or break event there for the women's hockey team. They are waiting with eager breath. The men's team did the unthinkable. They beat Great Britain in that quarterfinal encounter, managed to reach the semi-finals. Can the women's team do the same? The final countdown is there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's the story that we were all waiting for. Indian women's hockey team have reached the semi-finals at the Tokyo Olympics. It's an unexpected change. The hot favorites Australia being beaten by a slender margin. Team India reaching the semi-finals at the Tokyo Games. Gurjeet Singh setting the tone, setting that early goal for India, and then Indian defense standing tall, standing and delivering the pressure that the Australian team put in the next two quarters. Indian team able to hold fort, and that's history in the making there. Indian women's hockey team reaching the semi-finals, and that's going to be the story that is going to be spoken about, especially considering the fact that the Indian women have done exactly the same what the men's hockey team did. They started off on the wrong note, kept losing match after match, but I think full marks to the hockey team coach who believed in this particular team, and they were able to, keep believing that, the U-turn is going to be around the corner, and that U-turn coming, and then, history here in the making as Indian women's hockey team reached the semi-finals there. They're going to face Argentina in that semi-finals on Wednesday. But it's going to be a historic moment here. It's going to be spoken about at length. Not many gave them a chance, considering the fact that, they started off this particular tournament very much on a wrong note. But that game against Germany set that tone. Many expected, though we lost that game, many expected Indian Eve showing promise in the tournament, and experts of the game started talking about it. But clearly this particular win here, setting the ball rolling, especially for team events. Remember, India in team events at the Olympics have been a damn squib for a very long time. This is history in the making, purely in terms of the women's team as well as the men's team reaching the last four. Gurjeet Singh scoring that all-important goal through that penalty corner against Australia in the second quarter. That set the ball rolling here, especially in hockey and, in team events, both the men's as well as women's team qualifying for the semi-final. So it's a great opportunity there for India to now make it count. We can expect for a medal both from the men's as well as women's hockey team. They take on Argentina, hot favorites. Argentina, who in their quarterfinal encounter, managed to blank out 3-0, notch a win there. But at this point of time, Australia came up with all their might in that particular outing, but the Indian Eves stood tall, delivered when it mattered most. And I think that's been the story of this particular Olympic Games, the way in which in team events, especially in hockey, Indian men's and women's team have shown a lot of resolve, a lot of determination, a lot of grit. It's a Chak De moment, especially when one looks at the way in which the hockey team, or the way in which the Indian hockey team had made their preparations for Tokyo Olympics, and the manner in which they have delivered this particular knockout match. The journey is still not over. They've still got two more matches. Either ways, if they win the semi-final, move into the final. If they lose the semi-final, they will play for that bronze medal match. But it's an interesting game of hockey that the Indian team has played. Rani Rampal-led team into the semi-finals. It's a dream run for them, and a dream run that come pretty late. Especially the men's side, they lost to Australia and then bounced back. But the women's team started off their opening matches on the wrong note, but then slowly they managed to find a footing in this particular Olympic Games and are now in the semi-finals. Well, we've got Ashok Martolia standing by to give us the latest. Ashok, good morning. Ashok, looking at the way things stand, it's a historic moment. Not many expected. How did this journey of reaching the semi-finals come about?
Exactly, Anil. It's indeed a historic moment of Indian women hockey. Losing three consecutive matches, then made for this quarterfinal, and in the quarterfinal they defeated mighty Australians. And it is before going to Tokyo Olympic, the coach Short Morin, he talked to several media houses and several journalists, and he wasn't expecting this kind of victory from the Indian hockey team, women hockey. So this victory will always remember in our memory. Now this 29th August is ahead, and we will be celebrate our National Sports Day. So this moment, Anil, it will we will cherish forever in our life the way the Indian women hockey team played today against Australians.
Okay, also considering the fact that especially when one looks at this particular outing, getting an early goal, but then able to soak that pressure that Australia put in quarter 3, quarter 4. Do you feel that this is a new look India that played the quarter-final encounter?
Well, Anil, Indian women hockey team always face problem when they reach into third and fourth quarters. But today you have seen that the way Indian women hockey team they performed, they were never they were always on the game. And the penalty corner conversion, see Indian team, they were really good today, and the way they played, especially the Gurjeet Kaur, she scored a lone goal, and the Indian team won. So I think the Indian women hockey team did a great job. Now it's the semi-final. They have to play against Argentina. It's an amazing day, Anil. I do not have words how to express, the way I'm happy today. The way Indian women hockey team performed today, it is amazing. Every right from beginning till end, Indian team, women hockey team played superb.
Okay, I'll ask you to hold your thoughts there at this point of time. Union Sports Minister there, Anurag Thakur's tweet on the screen, splendid performance, and I quote that, women's hockey team India is scripting history with every move in Tokyo 2020. We are into the semi-finals of the Olympic for the first time, beating Australia. 130 crore Indians, cheering the women's hockey team. We are right behind you. They're clearly setting the tone. This particular team there, had a lot of potential and drive, but they channelized their best performance, saved the best for last. I think Indian Eves brought that to the fore, especially in this quarterfinal encounter. It's a do or die encounter from here on. 60 minutes of action. You either stay there alive in the tournament or you go back home. And I think Indian women saved the best for last, showed why it mattered most when you play at the big stage in the knockouts. And this is SummerSlam that everyone will remember. This Olympic Games will be forgotten, but this summer showdown, especially by the Indian women's hockey team, will be remembered and will be talked about in folklore, especially considering that both the men's and women's hockey team are there in the semi-final. Well, Gurjeet Kaur gave India that early lead, and that solitary goal is all that mattered in this particular match, as India managed to hold on to that slender lead, and that slender lead was all that India needed, especially to reach the last four of this particular Tokyo Olympics. So Indian women's hockey team for the first time in hockey semi-finals, beating Australia by a solitary goal of 1-0. And it's going to be an interesting contest because India is going to take on Argentina in the semi-finals now. So it's a contest where India, not many gave India a chance, but then Indians have done the unthinkable. Gurjeet Kaur giving India that early lead in that opening quarter, and that was all that was needed, especially for India to clinch this tie. Australia tried many a times to get onto the scoring board, but then it was not possible. India getting that early goal in that second quarter. It came in the 22nd minute of the match. Gurjeet Kaur scored that first goal of the tournament, but a goal that she and the whole of India will remember for a very, very long time. She came up with that brilliant drag flick to beat Australian keeper Rachel Lynch there, and that's going to be a goal that we're going to play it over and over again, because it's helped Indian Eves reach the semi-finals for the first time. Back to Ashok. Ashok, looking at the way India played, how would you look at the head coach here, Sergio Marge, the way in which he managed this team? Did it surprise you, considering we started off with loss after loss in the opening 3 matches. But then how do you pick a team up and get them ready for such an encounter where India is now in the semi-finals?
Well, Anil, that shows the grit and resilience of Indian women hockey team. If we talk about their preparation, the last year was COVID. There were lockdown. They haven't got chance to prepare themselves. But in spite of all these odds, they came back and they performed well in this such a Olympic. So I think what happens when we talk about Anil, the hockey, the emotions run high, and the way Indian women hockey team performed. I mean, we will never forget this their achievement from long time. And these 3 or 4 years, how the Indian team, women team especially, they are evolving. 1980 in Moscow Olympic, they participated for the first time, and after 36 years, Indian women team they qualified for Rio Olympics. And in between, the Indian women hockey team nowhere, but from nowhere to the reaching to the Olympic and semi-final. I think this is a great achievement.
Okay, that's a great achievement there. We also got Harpal Singh Bedi, senior sports journalist, joining us on News on the Hour. Harpal, good morning. Harpal, how do you look at this particular journey? It's been a topsy-turvy journey, but a journey when India needed it the most. I think the girls have come good. We are in the last 4 at the Olympics in a team event.
I think it is one of the greatest victories. I will give it much higher rank than even people may get upset, but even Sindhu and Indian men hockey team, this is one of the best, I think, one of the upsets of Tokyo Olympics. One of, not the upset, but one of the upsets of Tokyo Olympics. And the girls did it, nobody gave them a chance. Let us be very, nobody. Whatever we say now that how they have been training and how they have played, what they did, but till this morning or till even the third quarter, nobody gave them a chance.
Okay.
And lived up to their determination. And as I said, it is the biggest victory, if come to think of it. Even if you compare to PV Sindhu or Indian men's team yesterday, this beats all.
Okay, this beats all. This beats all. You summed it up well. But, Harpal, when you look at the women's hockey team, from that entry in Rio Olympics to the journey to Tokyo Olympics, do you somewhere feel that, in terms of selecting the team, there was a right blend of experience from Rio that was taken forward to Tokyo and also fresh legs that were brought in, that's the semblance of experience and youth that helped this team, especially when the chips were down.
Thomas, whatever you may say now, see, victory brings all the stories, all you fantastic stories. At the moment, one has to be very frank, and I have been covering hockey for a long, I know, nobody gave them a chance. Now you can talk about what the training was there, because nobody gave them a chance, they won, because there was no pressure at all them. And the Australian had come with all win record. So India, at the moment now, you can talk what they did, from Rio they went and everything. Whatever you may say, fact remains, and one should be very frank about it.
Okay.
Women hockey team was not considered one of the favorites. Forget about them that beat Australia. They may have come. People may were in the favor that people thought that they would make it to the quarterfinal given the pooling, and India they were in a position to beat 2 teams which they did. But to think that they will beat Australia and that too in quarterfinals, it's a big achievement. Now, talking about fresh legs or old legs, this is all when after you win, you start talking that how they were trained, how they were not trained, what this new coach did, what old coach did. That is good. Now, more stories will come.
Okay.
But hockey observer, I have been observing hockey. This team was not given a chance, and this team has proved everybody wrong. And he has told the sports experts not to comment. It is once more an egg on the face of self-styled experts like me or others who would never give them a chance.
Okay, that's somebody who's covered hockey for a pretty long time. Somebody who's covered hockey for a pretty long time and covered multiple Olympics and, multilateral sporting events. How would you look at it? Is it one of the sweetest moments that one would cherish, especially when one looks at, the historic game of hockey that India has won many accolades?
No, I'm telling you, I have covered 8 Olympics. I have seen this girl in World Cup, not in Rio I have seen them.
Okay.
I have seen them. In Asian Games I have seen them. They performed poorly in Asian Games in 2018 Jakarta. Having said all that, this team has proved once again that sports, not only hockey, every sport is so unpredictable. Do not predict anything. And all the experts, including and a self-styled expert like me, who will say, "Oh, nobody expected it to be frank." And I think that was the biggest achievement of this girl because they went in without any pressure. Now you can talk about how much preparation was there, what were they doing in Bangalore, they went to Argentina, when they went to Europe, all certain. Rani Jampal was leading from the front, like Gurjeet Kaur scored from drag, our goalkeeper was fantastic. The Australians got 8 penalty corners, they could not convert. Our defense was solid. That will be analyzed for the match. But before the match, nobody gave a chance. This is a fact. And these girls have all the accolades which is pouring in. Whether they win semi-final or not, that is beside the point. But they have created history in Tokyo Olympics. Not only because India won, because it's one of the biggest upsets. Among the upsets, like Djokovic not winning, that was the upset. Or this Betty losing, that was the upset. And India winning here is a big upset. If there are 10 upsets or 5 upsets of the Tokyo Olympics, this is one of the upsets which will be noted down.
Okay, a coach, a team is as good as, the players that play on the field, but there is also somebody who manages things off the field. How much of a coach's role do you see, especially in this turnaround? You said the team, nobody gave the team a chance. They lost their opening 3 encounters. From there to pick pieces up, win the last 2 games, reach the quarterfinals, upset world number 4 Australia in the quarterfinals. Now looking at Argentina in the semifinals. How do you look at the coach and the revival of this particular team, the role that the coach has to play in the revival of this particular team?
Every team, every sports game, every team game, like football, hockey, any other game, even basketball, or this coach has a very vital role.
Okay.
Coach plays a very crucial role. So at the moment, coach can soak in whatever accolade he's getting, he will deserve it. But must tell you one thing: you can take horse to the it is a horse who has to drink the water. It is not man who takes the horse. So girls put themselves. They lived whatever a coach has done great thing. And nobody can take away the credit from the coach. But to stand the pressure, to face the mighty Australian, all gun blazing, they kept on attacking. They got 7 penalty corners, they failed to convert 1. So it is a amazing show by the girl. Coach is good, but the determination these girls showed. And one thing which went in favor of these girls, nobody gave them a chance. So they were not absolutely under no pressure. They played their hearts out and they won it. And I maintain now, a lot of people may be upset with me. This victory is better, much higher than PV Sindhu's bronze medal victory or Indian men's victory yesterday.
Okay.
It's absolutely unbelievable win, incredible, as you say. I am going over it because nobody believed it. And Australia, it's unheard of. Nobody thought it. Even you tell somebody they will, who has not seen the match or who is not covering it, they will say you are joking, you are being sarcastic. This is at this moment, in spite of the fact that India has won. So I full credit to Rani Rampal, to her team. Coach obviously there. Coach, all tactics are there. Give credit to the coach. But the way the girls played, the way the girls stood up to the pressure, it is highly appreciable. And I think the words fail me to say that the way the girls have done it, and they have done Indian hockey or the world hockey a great favor. It is a revival of the hockey and interest in the hockey. Now you see tomorrow, everybody, or day after tomorrow, everybody will be watching women hockey. Women hockey was not considered to be in thing. Now at least it will have the highest TRP day after tomorrow when they take on Argentina in semi-final. Anything can happen that time.
Well, we've got 130 crore people cheering for India, as every minute was played in that particular outing. But looking at that 60 minutes of action there, it's 60 minutes that's going to be etched forever in Indian sporting history.
Oh, obviously. This from 24th minute when Gurjeet scored the goal, and next 36 minutes, you will live that period. Everybody will be living with that period. Every man who watched the period, there was tension, and let me tell you very frankly, when Indians scored, I thought they would equalize the way the Australian attacked, but give them a full marks to the Indian girls. They stood, their defense stood, they showed no tension. They never caved in. They conceded penalty corners, and the Australians kept on attacking in waves. But the goalkeeper, superb. defense superb, and then counter-attacking. It is not that Indians were always under pressure. So I think whatever you may say, full marks to Indian girls. Obviously, coach gets a credit because he's a teacher. He trained the team. But ultimately, on the field, it is a girl. You may have best coaches in the world, but if team doesn't perform, team doesn't perform. But these girls have performed very well. So I say hats off to them, full accolade, and wishing them all the best. Rani Rampal, you have done us proud. Gurjeet, we are proud of you. Savita, you have again showed that if you have a determination, you can achieve anything. So from Savita in the goal to Rani Rampal in the forward line, Gurjeet in the midfield, all the girls gave their hearts out. And today, if we are talking so we are going gaga over their victory, it is a girls' achievement. It is one of the biggest upsets, one of the upsets in Tokyo Olympics.
Okay, one of the upsets in Tokyo Olympics. But looking at this particular defense, this defense has been, spoken about rather being very shaky at the initial phase of the tournament. But did they soak all the pressure that Australia threw at them, considering the fact that Australia had almost 7 penalty corners? And I think the goalkeeper, along with the defense, especially the deep defender, the stopper back that played that outing, it's a game of Gurjeet Kaur, Rani Rampal, but it's a game where the defense stood tall and delivered when it mattered most.
Oh, definitely. This, Grace, all the girls, Sharmila, Grace, every girl played. You just pick up few names because Rani Rampal is the captain, Gurjeet scored the goal, Savita was in the scored the goal, Savita the custodian. But not only these, all other 8 players who were on the field, all the 11 players who were on the field, they deserve appreciation. They deserve our heartfelt gratitude, and they deserve the gratitude of the hockey fraternity that they played. Remember one thing. Now, if we are going gaga, we should also know that we never gave them a chance. Myself, I'm not talking about others, but as so-called style expert, I never thought that India will beat it.
Okay, you never thought that India will beat or India will cause that upset. I'll ask you to hold your thoughts. We've got Helen Mary, a historic goalkeeper, a part of the 2002 campaign in Manchester when India won that gold in the Commonwealth Games. Helen Mary joining us now on the phone line. Helen, is this achievement the best that one's ever seen, especially when it comes to women's hockey? Or would you rate it on par with what we saw in 2002 in Manchester when you were under the bar?
No, I could definitely rate now what we have seen, the tournament, the match what they played against Australia. I would definitely go to 10 to the Indian team. There was a vast change between seeing those match and today's match. So all the credit to the Indian IO Hockey and the Hockey India.
Okay, how would you look at this particular game? Not many gave them a chance. Did that, there was no expectation from the women's hockey team, especially, when they were facing the mighty Aussies, purely in terms of rankings, purely in terms of form, or whatever you say. But then this result and this particular, pressure that they absorbed and played that 60 minutes there, it's going to be forever etched in the minds of every hockey lover and Indian.
See, this game is like how you should never be overconfident. But today, the way they played with Ireland, they had that confidence and they built up the confidence and they came back. They thought that anything can happen in 60 minutes. But the start of today's game was really very, I would definitely say the strategy what they played today was really quite good. The pressure what the Australian had taken to the India. And if you see 2016 match tournament Olympics, and if you see today's, they are almost fit. The Indian team is fit, and they had a good stamina and strength to play against Australia. As per today's match, if you see, they had come overall. The girls who had been in the ground had given 100% effort. They had just gone for do or die.
Okay. Helen, now when you look at, especially this particular team getting an early goal in the second quarter, coming in the 22nd minute, and then absorbing pressure for the next 28, then absorbing pressure for the next 28 to 30 minutes there, do you somewhere feel the defense came good in this particular outing, especially the goalkeeper? You being a goalkeeper yourself, how would you look at Indian defense and especially under the bar, the goalkeeper?
Definitely. After scoring in 26 minutes, anything might happen because there was a lot of chances where Australian had taken 7 to 8 penalty corners. But the defense was more connective with each other. That was the main thing what they had been playing. The midfield was connected with the back was connected with the goalkeeper. So that was a great change in them, and they were always in the ball of the line. All the team was ball of the line. It was not in the front. So whenever the ball was with whenever the ball was in the court of Australia, our girls were in the line of the ball. So that was a great effort, I would definitely say. You can see the match, how they played. They had made a good triangle and a double dip each and every time when the Australia had the ball. So that was a great change in the team.
Okay, considering, Helen, now when you look at the start of this particular, Olympic campaign, you started off with 3 losses. Many even wrote them off. Many even asked when is the team coming back. But now when you see them in that final 4, do you feel it's been a total 360 U-turn that this team has done? And where do you think, this particular U-turn came about, especially when it comes to women hockey?
When I was seeing this match, I just thought of the Commonwealth Games, what had happened against us in 2002. The same thing happened. People were asking us when the team is coming back. You never know what will happen because we have still chance till the end of the day. The pool is like 6 and you have to play 5 matches and you have to win this one match. So that was a turnover over there even in the Commonwealth. The same thing happened. I was just imagining, the same thing is going to happen over here also. So people, what they say, we doesn't know. But as a hockey fans and ex-players, I definitely have full confidence on the team. It might change anytime. And they should see the changes. What they're playing the previous and what they had played now was really, the confidence in them was too good. The coaches, the officials who were there, the trainers, the substitutes, the player who was playing the 11 had a confidence, and there was a U-turn over there. That was the confidence in them when they bet Ireland.
Okay, now Mary, when you look at this particular outing that India has played, now they are in the last 4. I'm just trying to draw a zigzag comparison between the 2002 run at the Commonwealth Games in Manchester to this particular outing. Do you see any similarities, or do you draw any similarities, especially in the campaign then under an Indian coach and now a foreign coach?
No, there is nothing similarity, but as like if you see the Indian coaches, they keep changing as per the team needs, the team required. So Indian coaches did the same thing, and as well as the foreign coaches has changes. What now present they're playing 4 quarters. That time we had only 2 quarters.
True.
So the requirement has been changed and it's been used also. So that's the difference in Commonwealth Games and now what they play.
Okay, Helen, now when when now one looks at the next outing that India has against Argentina, we have pipped world number 4 Australia. Now we're looking at world number 2. Do you somewhere feel, will the Argentinians now feel the heat? Because India has now caused a major upset, one of the big talking points of this particular Tokyo Olympics. But, will this now, start troubling the Argentinians? Or do you somewhere feel India will be under pressure because we got 135 crore Indian backing us, and, we would be cheering every move that the Indian women's hockey team makes in that semi-final outing against Argentina?
Actually, if you say definitely, if I would be in the ground, I never see the ranking of any of the teams. I would definitely see the day what we're going to do today. That today is more required for us, and today what we are doing, that is important for us in our history to make a history. So today they bet Australia. They never seen the world number 1 or 2. Whoever plays in the ground, they are the winners. So I think our team is going to stand in the podium.
Okay, now, a quick word from you before I let you go. Just the 3rd Olympics that this particular women's team is playing. But, 1980, 2016, 2020, we are in the semi-finals. It's a script that's like, that's written somewhere that nobody can think about.
I definitely say you can make a history, you can make a script, you can make anything. So you will always learn from the So this is what the Indian team has been doing. They have been learning from the defeat and they are improving a lot, and they have come till now. That is semi-finals. 1 and 4 is really, it's like everyone must be blinking what is going on. So it is a history and it is a script.
Well, it is history in the making. Thank you and appreciate you joining us. Helen Mary on the phone line with us, part of that winning combination in the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester. That's history. That was history almost 2002, that's almost 20 years ago when India created history first, women's hockey was taken seriously, and now once again in their third Olympics, 1980, 2016 in Rio, 2020, they have done the unthinkable in the semi-finals, taking on the world number 2 Argentina for a place in the final. We've still got Harpal Singh Bedi with us. Harpal, when one looks at this particular outing now, against Argentina, how would you say, is the pressure on the Indian team, or is the pressure on the mighty Argentinians, the world number 2 ranked team?
I think it will be pressure on Indian team now. Certainly. And first, before we discuss more, there is a very interesting statistics one friend of mine has said that India got 32 penalty corners in 5 matches in group stage. 32. And they could convert only 4. Out of 32 in 5 matches, they got converted only 4. But today, when they needed, they converted.
Okay.
So 2 in 5 matches, only 4 converted. That means 28 were wasted. Today they got a chance and they converted. So that means when you should be at the right place at the right time. Gurjeet Kaur was at the right place at the right time. Having said that, and having praised India lavishly, now I will not be able to predict about Argentina, because I am able to predict even Australia. Not only predict, I was thinking that Australia will win. Let me be very frank. People may think, but nobody expected India to win. Now, having won the match and having beaten mighty Australia, really mighty Australia, the pressure suddenly will be on India, because all over from India, I think the crores of people who are watching this match, who will watch or who will be watching that day, now who have watched this match, because a lot of people thought that India may not win. But now crores of people who will be watching that will put extra pressure. Today, India went with no pressure at all. Like our boxer Lovlina, when she went into the ring, there was no pressure at all on her, because she was making debut. Now she will be under pressure when it takes on in semi-final. Same is the case with Indian. But having said that, Indian played fabulously well. I see no reason for them to not put up a good fight or to beat Argentina. Nothing is impossible, or rather impossible is nothing, as Muhammad Ali has famously said. Indian girls have proved it, that impossible is nothing. And Indian girls have also shown and given a tight slap on experts like us that do not comment before the match. It is okay to assess the team, but do not rule out any team. No team can be ruled out.
Okay, no team can be ruled out. But how would you look at...
I can say, if India cannot be ruled out, you cannot rule out Argentina either. We may be
Okay, that's a
subject. Going to be a very tough match, and India going with the prayers of the millions of Indians.
Okay, that's a very subtle way to put it across. Don't pick a favorite there in that particular outing. But looking at now, coming back to the game, especially the 2 quarters when the Indian defense and Indian goalkeeper stood up and delivered, Savita Pandey. How would you look at it? Many talk about, PR Srijesh and his goalkeeping skills. But how would you rate today's performance, especially by Savita Pandey under the bar, and the defense, the way they stood tall and delivered?
Same as Srijesh, but the way Srijesh did it to India. Savita was excellent. Remember that, to face 7 penalty corners. She brought up, not about penalty corners. She also saved some certain goals. So overall, when we write about the match, we talk this match, okay, obviously we will say Gurjeet's goal took India to semi-final. But we cannot forget the contribution of Savita, Grace in the defense, all the players. Now you cannot mention it because the players kept on changing. You can substitution rule is there. So you have to say that Indian team played well. Now earlier we used to pick up some players, this player, because that time a team was a fixed team. There was hardly any substitution. Now substitution keeps on going on. You do not know who is playing next time. Within a minute they change the players. So you cannot pick up particular player. But here you have to pick up 3 players at least. You have because Savita was there considered throughout the match. Gurjeet scored the goal. Grace was in the defense. Rani was leading. So that is why you 4 or 5 names come spontaneously. But it was a team game. All the 11 players played. Now the difference is because of the substitution rule, you keep on changing players every second minute or third minute. So it is very difficult to pinpoint which player was accidentally at that moment or at that time. But you have to see in broader perspective. At the end of the day, result was India won. Result was India beat Australia. Result was nobody expected India to beat Australia. Result was that India held for 36 minutes after scoring the goal, held back, fired all the attacks which Australian made, and they though they conceded 7 penalty corners, Australians were not able to score one. So today, India played great game. I hope they will continue this form. But as you said, pressure definitely now. Suddenly all the focus and pressure will be on Indian girls.
Okay, now looking at the significance of that goal that was scored there by Gurjeet Kaur in the 22nd minute. India has got just one penalty corner in this particular match, and that's what Gurjeet scored. So that's the significance of the penalty corner, and the stat that, Harpal put before us, 32 penalty corners in the group stages of matches, just able to convert 4, but in that big crunch match, that one penalty corner, and that's been converted by Gurjeet Kaur. That makes all the difference. Savita Punia, we've been talking about the saves that she's brought about in this game. But once again, coming back to Savita Punia, the manner in which she's played. Australia, when one looks at the stat on Australia, 9 shots on goal, 9 saves by Savita Punia. So that's clearly 100% track record in a crunch game.
Obviously, see, like this, I read the statistics, 32 penalty corners, 4 conversion in 5 matches, 1 penalty corner, 1 converted, made all the difference. And that's then because obviously Australia will come in, they came very fast and furious. They attacked from all the flanks, both the flanks, middle, left, right, center, everything. They threw everything in. And there, Savita Zol came and she stood like a rock, no doubt about it. So that is why I'm saying, when a story is written about history is written or script is written, Gurjeet will be remembered for a score, but will be remembered. She saved, not only saved that lead, also prevented them to scoring. And I think suddenly Australians may be surprised where to beat, how to beat this girl. See, Gurjeet did her work. Rani Rampal or Deep Grace and others, Sharmila and others, they did their job. But at the end of it, it was Savita who stood between victory and Australia. And if come to the in a cricket terminology, if there is a man of the match, though a man who scores a century gets a prize, but here I think Savita deserves to be a player of the match.
Okay, now many talk about...
She saved, not only defended the lead superbly, she saved India, several goals for India. So I think player of the match definitely will be Savita. So if you have to share the player of the match, then Gurjeet, because she scored the goal. But overall, it was Savita's day also. And come to think of it, not just Savita's day, India's day. Indian players played well. Obviously, they kept on attacking. That is why Savita was also able to throw out all the attacks, because there were other 10 players who were giving their best. So today, if anybody is going to write something going gaga, he will be writing like I will be writing, because I will be praising them. But in heart of heart, I also know, and a lot of it, that nobody gave them a chance. This is one of the greatest victories in Olympic game as far as women is concerned. We had a totally underdog team, which was not expected to do. They were not ruled out, but obviously India has a history. Not that India is a name country, it's not that they are rookie team, but they have not performed so well at this stage. And against a team like Australia, I still believe if there had been a quarterfinal against Ireland or New Zealand, we could have won and we would not have gone so gaga. So yes, that was a record. But to beat Australia, who came with all win record, it was an amazing show. And you have to applaud every player, from Savita to Rani Rampal, in between Gurjeet Singh, Navneet Kaur, Sharmila, Grace, everybody, whoever was there on the field at that time.
Okay, now there is something that PR Shriyaj is known for. He's synonymous for safety. Now, Savita Punia also joins that same line when it comes to synonymous for safety. So, Indian goalkeepers are synonymous for safety, or they are the final roadblock between an opponent winning and India having a sigh of relief. Is that how one should, wind up the performance when India looks at the men's and women's hockey team?
Oh, obviously, I think you summed it up very well. You summed it very well. No need to give more expert views on that. You summed it very well. And overall, I think Indian hockey has taken a big leap. Yesterday, boys did very well. But the Indian hockey has got a more boost today, because this was what India expected. This India wanted, not expected, India wanted. And the girls have delivered. And the girls were obviously too much criticism on the girls, obviously. And one of them, we were also part of it. They are being given too much of expenses are being spent on them. They have been traveling all over the world. But today they have replied back. Not that they have not hit back on the critics, but they said, look here, You are asking us, we have delivered. You could not have expected more from this girl. I think these are the best performance for the girls. They are paid back to the Indian. And then remember one thing: the people who were they were asking, demanding, they had every right because government has spent so much of money. This time, government went all out to help them. They whatever they wanted, these girls were given, or all the sports persons were given. So if there's some criticism sometimes, that is genuine because people say you have been given every facility. What was happening earlier, where girls used to say that we don't have a proper hockey stick. Then they used to say we don't have proper kit. Then they used to say we don't have exposure. This time, no player, under 28 sports person who have gone, can complain or can even say that they never had any, they didn't have any proper training or equipment or.
Well,
और 2 बार ओलंपिक मेडल जीतना ये किसी लोगों की किस्मत में लिखा होता है कि एक प्लेयर 2 बार ओलंपिक मेडल जीते। तो सिंधु का तो कहना ही क्या है कि वो हमारे एक प्राइड है भारत का, और हमारे लिए फिर मेडल लाए दोबारा, बहुत बड़ी बात है। थैंक यू।
Well, at this point of time, it's a historic moment there in the making. We still got Harpal Singh Bedi with us. Harpal, reminded of the line from the movie Dangal, "Mari choriyon mein bhi mari choriyan choron se kam nahi hai." Bilkul, something of similar lines, there by the Indian women's hockey team. But how does one look at, the road ahead now that,
हॉकी के हमारे दोनों ही टीम्स ने जो शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं, और अगले आने वाले बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मैचेस के लिए भी 135 करोड़ भारतीय की ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। पिछले कल भी पीवी सिंधु जी ने जो कांस्य पदक जीता, उससे पहले मीराबाई चानू जी ने जीता, लवलीना ने शानदार प्रदर्शन किया। तो उम्मीदें भारत की ओर बंधी हैं, और मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि भारत की बेटियों ने अब तक 2 मेडल जीत कर दिखाए हैं। आज महिला हॉकी टीम ने भी शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है और पुरुष हॉकी टीम ने भी शानदार प्रदर्शन किया।
तो कितनी उम्मीद है सर अभी भी, और आपको कितने पदक हो रहे हैं?
So it's never been done before. This is the 3rd time that the women's hockey team have reached the Olympics. They reached once way back in 1980. Then in 2016, after a very, very long wait, they managed to qualify, but they didn't progress beyond that group stage. This time around too, they started off with 3 losses. Not many gave them a chance. Not many people even wrote them off that they are coming back. But something called resolve. There is something called grit. There is something called determination that these women showed. And that's the reason that they are now in that last 4 at the Tokyo Olympics. They have beaten world number 4 Australia there in that do or die encounter in the quarterfinals. And we've got Ashok Martolia, correspondent, still standing by to give us a latest on that particular outing. Ashok, when one looks at this particular outing now, we are all speaking about Gurjeet Kaur and the goal that she scored in that second quarter in the 22nd minute. But 38 minutes of, absorbing pressure. And, the goalkeeper and the defense, you got to give full marks to them. The way in which the goalkeeper and the defense stood tall for 38 odd minutes there, helping India, or standing between Australia making a comeback and India going into the semi-finals.
Well, Anil, this whole credit goes to the head coach Sod Morin. This particular win, today's success is not less than an Olympic medal, Anil, because before heading to Tokyo, nobody was talking about women hockey team. They were nor favorite, neither they were underdog. But that credit goes to this Sports Authority of India and the Hockey India and the head coach Sod Morin. Before heading to Tokyo, the head coach Sod Morin, he took the entire team to Bangalore, and they trained them by wearing jackets and the wind cheater, because the head coach, he knew that in Tokyo the girls, the players will have to play in a very intense heat and humid. So I think that really helped the Indian women hockey team, and that's why we made for the semi. I think this is a huge success, and the whole facility, this logistic provided by the Sports Authority of India and Hockey India, I think it's fantastic coordination by the 3 main pillar of Indian hockey.
Well, there are congratulations pouring in from every corner there, especially when it comes to Indian women's team's hockey performance there in that particular outing in the quarterfinals there. Thrashing, I would say. It's a solitary goal, but it's a thrashing, or it's one of the biggest upsets that Indian women hockey has ever seen. And it's a stupendous show there. You know, it's going to be 60 minutes of action, but 60 minutes of action that's going to be remembered by many a generation. You know, it's going to be a part of folklore, especially when one talks about Indian hockey and Indian women's hockey in particular, because this is a Chakte moment that many didn't anticipate, but it came at the right time. You know, it's that one penalty corner that India got that they converted, and the rest, as it's said, it's history now as Indian women's hockey team in the semi-finals taking on the mighty Argentinians. Ashok still with us. Ashok, how does one look at the next outing? You know, does the outing against a world number 4, we've caused a major upset, but now when you move on to take world number 2 Argentina, do you feel the odds change? You know, does the pressure come on Argentina, or you know, do you feel India going to the semi-finals, you'll be having 135 crore Indians, you know, cheering every move? Does the pressure now slowly sink in of winning, and the pressure of playing Argentina sink in on the Indian players?
I think, Anil, definitely pressure will be on Argentina, because we have nothing to lose.
Okay.
We made it for the semi-finals, and it is a huge sigh of relief for Indian women hockey team. So I think the way Indian women hockey team played today, if they perform the same level in the semi-final, I think who knows, tomorrow we can become the Olympic champion. So I think, in my opinion, pressure will be on the Argentinians, whereas Indian team, you know, they after a long time, you know, they are looking united. They are playing as a team. So I think this is really helping the Indian women team, and they played superb today.
Well, would you put it as the biggest upset, or at this stage of you know, especially in field hockey, that one has seen, you know, from every angle when one looks at also the men's as well as women's hockey? Would you rate this upset as much better than what the men achieved last evening against Great Britain?
Definitely, Anil, you know, if you talk about the men's hockey team, we have a legacy like 1928, we won the gold medal, then 8 Olympic gold medal. Yes, we had some bad times after 1980 Moscow Olympic, but women's team, yes, nobody was, you know, talking about women team. Even the people who are very ardent, you know, keen sports fan, they were not even talking about women hockey. All eyes on men's hockey. So, but I think the way Indian team performed, I definitely would say that this is the biggest upset done by the Indian hockey team.
Okay, now, you know, one looks at superstars, you know, one looks at players that one needs to talk about, especially from this outing. Do you somewhere feel, we've spoken about the coach, we've spoken about, you know, Sunita Punia, the goalkeeper, we've talked about the defense, we've spoken about Gurjeet Kaur, the goal that she scored. But how do you look at Rani Rampal, the captain here? You know, this is her second Olympics, but how do you look at her, you know, her instrumental role in, you know, managing this particular team, you know, losing 3 games, then pulling things up now in the semi-finals? How would you look at Rani Rampal's leadership?
Definitely, Anil, you know, Rani Rampal is a kind of captain whom all the players, you know, all the Indian women hockey team players, they rely upon her, and they have a confidence on her. So that's why the Indian hockey team is performing good day by day. You know, when they lose their group matches, and there was no hope, like we were not expecting that the Indian team will make for the quarterfinals, but the entire team regrouped and restructured by the Rani Rampal and the head coach. I think this is a fabulous team, and this credit definitely goes to Rani Rampal and their head coach. You know, in spite of, you know, defeating 3 matches, they bounced back and they made it for the semi-final. I think this is a huge success for India team, and definitely, you know, we are very eager to looking forward how they perform against Argentina. We were not expecting, you know, today the Indian team will defeat Australians. It was like impossible task, but I think I'm very hopeful that in the coming time in the semi-final we'll definitely defeat Argentina.
Okay, but you know, Let's now listen into what I'll ask you to hold your thoughts. Let's now listen into what Union Minister Anurag Thakur and Kiren Rijiju as they congratulated the Indian women's hockey team.
हॉकी के हमारे दोनों ही टीम्स ने जो शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है उसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं और अगले आने वाले बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मैचेस के लिए भी 135 करोड़ भारतीय की ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
इंडिया के लिए बहुत बड़ा दिन है आज का दिन। हमारा महिला और पुरुष दोनों टीमें सेमीफाइनल्स पहुंचना ओलंपिक्स में, वो भी हॉकी जैसे गेम में, बड़ी गेम है और बड़ी जीत है। तो हमने शुरू में कहा था, जब हम हमारे हॉकी के प्लेयर्स मेंस वुमेन्स बेंगलोर में ट्रेनिंग करते थे, हम मिलने जाते थे और कलिंगा स्टेडियम में उनके गेम के लिए में जाते थे, तो जितना भी इंटरेक्शन करते थे हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल हाई था और हमको पूरा यकीन था कि सेमीफाइनल्स तक हम जरूर पहुंचेंगे। अब इससे आगे बस 2 स्टेप्स है, लेकिन सेमीफाइनल्स पहुंचना ही अपने आप में इतिहास है। दोनों टीमें, आप सोचिए 49 इयर्स बाद इंडिया सेमीफाइनल खेल रहे हैं।
Well, it's a historic moment there in the making. You know, this is one of the greatest upsets that as a journalist I have covered, especially when it comes to women's hockey. I covered the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester where India out of the blue came and surprised many with that performance. We had Helen Mary, who was the goalkeeper in that particular outing there under the bar. You know, she was stupendous, something similar to what today Sunita Punia did under the bar, you know, bringing about saves after saves. There were 9 shots on target, 9 saves that she's brought about, 9 saves that stood between Australia winning and India in the semi-final. So that's the significance of the saves that she's brought about in this big ticket game, this summer showdown there in Tokyo. And the coach and Rani Rampal, they're clearly the architects of, you know, rebuilding this team after losing the 3 encounters. Ashok still with us. Ashok, now when one looks at, you know, the game ahead or, you know, the journey ahead, now you've got 135 crore Indians, you know, would be glued to their TV sets to watch the game of hockey being revived in India, because you've got the men's team and women's team in the semi-finals. Does this augur well for hockey in India? You know, hockey looked down and done, but do we see a revival of hockey thanks to this performance by both the men's and women's hockey team?
Definitely, Ashok, Anil, you know, the Indian hockey team is improving day by day. That credit goes to, you know, the Sports Authority of India. They have expanded their centers across the country, and they are scouting the young talents. And you know, achieving this milestone, it doesn't come in 1 or 2 days. It takes generations. So I think the work is taking place at the ground level, and the coaches and the government is pushing money also. So I think a lot of things is happening in India. And as you know that the hockey is always, you know, Indians have a special kind of affection with hockey. So I think in the coming time, definitely we have a great future. Maybe we will you know, revive our hockey, and we can win again the Olympic medal in the years to come. And that is only happen, you know, when you scout the talents from the grassroots level and train them for the Olympics. And this is exactly what is happening, Anil. The Sports Authority of India, the Sports Ministry, everything is doing fantastic, and that is the result we are seeing this time in Olympics.
Okay, you know, before I ask you the final words on this particular story, you know, let me read that squad out for our viewers there, you know, people who are watching us. The Indian women's hockey squad, not many names are known. Rani Rampal is known. Sunita Punia has now become a common name considering the saves that she's brought about under the bar. Vandana Kataria, many knew. She scored 3 goals. But let me read that name out of all the team players there that are there in the middle, especially in this particular team. We had Navjot Kaur, we had Gurjeet Kaur, who scored that all-important goal in today's game. When we have Deep Grace, Ika, Monica Malik, she was again stupendous in the defense. Well, let's now just take a look at this particular reaction there, especially on the Union Sports Minister on India's historic win by the women's hockey.
क्वार्टर फाइनल ग्रेट ब्रिटेन के साथ, और उसी हिसाब से महिला टीम भी शुरुआत की और फाइनली 1-0 से हम लोग जीते। और मुझे उम्मीद है जिस तरीके से आज का परफॉर्मेंस हमें देखने को मिला, सेमीफाइनल मैच भी उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि यदि यही परफॉर्मेंस हाँ इस परफॉर्मेंस रहा, इस परफॉर्मेंस चला तो मेरे ख्याल से फाइनल के लिए कोई रोक नहीं पाएगा, मुझे लग रहा है।
तो एक आखिरी सवाल, एक अपने लिए भी अद्भुत मूव है इंडियन हॉकी के लिए, ये अगर हम बात करें चाहे मेंस हो और विमेंस दोनों, क्योंकि एक साथ इस तरह का परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया ओलंपिक्स में,
हमारे लिए इतिहास है। मेंस टीम 49 ईयर के बाद सेमीफाइनल जा रहे हैं एक बड़े टूर्नामेंट में, ओलंपिक्स में, और मेंस टीम वर्ल्ड हॉकी हिस्ट्री में कई दफ़ा हम लोग खेले हैं, वर्ल्ड कप खेले हैं, ओलंपिक्स खेले हैं, लेकिन सेमीफाइनल तक कभी नहीं जा पाए थे। लेकिन पहली बार ऐसे देखने को मिल रहा है कि टोक्यो ओलंपिक हमारे पुरुष हॉकी टीम और हमारे महिला हॉकी टीम दोनों सेमीफाइनल गए हैं, और मैं कह सकूँ कि मेरे लिए हमारे लिए एक लकी साबित हो रहा है ये टोक्यो 2020 ओलंपिक्स।
Well, also, let's now also listen into Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur on what he said outside Parliament, especially on this particular women's hockey team's performance.
हॉकी के हमारे दोनों ही टीम्स ने जो शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है उसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं, और अगले आने वाले बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मैचेस के लिए भी 135 करोड़ भारतीय की ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। हॉकी के हमारे दोनों ही टीम्स ने जो शानदार प्रदर्शन किया है उसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं, और अगले आने वाले बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मैचेस के लिए भी 135 करोड़ भारतीय की ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
Well, you know, not many know that 16-member squad that India has for this particular Tokyo Olympics. I'm just going to read the squad out for you, you know, because they are the superstars for the future. You know, not many know them because they were written off. But now they are bounced back in style in the semi-finals. Let me read that squad out for you, for the viewers who are catching, you know, the Indian women's hockey team. Some names that are unknown, but some names that are going to be soon part of folklore, that are soon going to be part of our everyday talk. There's Navjot Kaur, there is Gurjeet Kaur. Gurjeet scored that all-important goal in this outing. Then there is Deep Grace Ika, Monica Malik, you know, one defender who was like that brave heart there in that outing. Sharmila Devi, Nikki Pradhan, Savita Punia, the goalkeeper that everyone's talking about, one of the senior pro in this team, and she's been that great wall of China, if I can use that term, the great wall of China there, especially under the bar. 9 penalty corners, she saved 9 of them, and she's the new hero, or the new woman wonder, I would say, especially under the bar for Indian hockey. Nisa Warsi, Vandana Kataria, everyone knows about her. She scored 3 goals. Udita Duhan, Lalrem Sami, Navneet Kaur, Sushila Chanu, Rani Rampal, the captain, Salima Tete, and Neha Goyal. That's our Indian hockey team, and they have been coached by Sejod Mane there. And this particular team has done the unthinkable in this particular Olympics. This is the third attempt at the Olympics, but I believe this journey started somewhere back. You know, this journey, if one looks at the Asian Games track record, when it comes to the women's hockey team, it started in the Asian Games. If one goes back and looks at history, 2010 Gonzu Asian Games, Indian women's team finished 4th. 2014 Indonesia, in Incheon, South Korean Asian Games, India finished 3rd. The last Asian Games in Jakarta in Indonesia, India finished 2nd. So India has been taking slow steps, one step at a time when it comes to attaining glory. And I think that particular result that I spoke about, 4-3-2 in the last 3 Asian Games, clearly culminating into something better for Indian women's hockey team at the bigger stage, the Tokyo Summer Games, or at the Olympics, where Indian hockey team has come good. Just like the men's hockey team, they are in the semi-finals, where they take on world number 2 Argentina for a place in the final. So it's going to be an interesting contest there. 60 minutes, 120 minutes away from a gold medal, 120 minutes away from, you know, the color of the medal changing. Can it be silver? Can it be bronze? But there is Argentina that one needs to overcome, or one looks forward to that bronze medal batch. But at this point of time, it's history in the making. This particular game, it's one of the greatest comebacks, if I would say, especially when it comes to sports in India. It's one of the greatest comebacks that one would say, you know, that's been seen there alive. Not many gave them a chance. It was a goosebump moment if for a sports lover, especially when it comes to the women's hockey team. You know, 22 minutes, they took the lead. 38 minutes, they held on to that lead, 60 minutes of action, and we are in the final four of Tokyo Olympics. So it's history in the making. We take the next step forward. We play Argentina, that's world number 2, in the semi-finals on Wednesday. That's going to be one hell of a game that's going to be cheered by every Indian. Remember that hashtag cheer for India, keep that going. I always keep mentioning that, keep that going for Team India. They need it in 2 team events. You know, that's the big plus when I look at this particular Olympic campaign. 2 team events, especially hockey. We are in the semi-finals, and that's something that's not been seen for a very, very long time. At least in my sporting career, this is one opportunity that I waited for to see in a team event, especially at the Olympics, India reaching the last 4, India standing on the podium. That's something that we waited for long, but the wait has been sweet because we've got the men's and women's hockey team both there in the last 4, and it's going to be one match that we all will look forward to. You know, every Indian will be cheering for them, and let's hope that we all spoke about PR Srijesh being that great wall of China, but I think now Sunita Punia can be added in that same list. You know, Srijesh will have to share the honors with Sunita Punia, the manner in which today she stood there as that great wall, defending attack after attack by the Australians. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and we're going to wind up this particular edition, this special broadcast on Indian women's hockey team and the good run that they have had. It's a good run, it's a dream run that they have had, especially in women's hockey. Well, Ashok, they're still with us. Ashok, now when you look at it, Ashok, now when you look at this particular outing and this particular performance, would you now...
She along with her father used to travel around 120 kilometers daily for training. Personally, known to me, I have been witness to her hard work, perseverance and sheer dedication towards her passion. It is appropriate to take note of the role of Miss Sindhu's parents and family in her spectacular rise and achievements in badminton that brought her laurels for our country. I wish Miss PV Sindhu success in her future endeavors and hope that she will continue to bring many more laurels to the country. You move an amendment and we'll see. Papers to be laid on the table. Sri V. Muralidharan.
Respected Chairman, sir, with your permission, on behalf of my senior colleagues and other colleagues,
Ramesh has to say something or other and everything.
Sri Rajnath Singh ji, Sri Anurag Singh Thakur ji.
I know that he remembers him morning and evening.
So it's a great moment there for Indian women's hockey, Indian men's hockey. They're reaching the semi-finals on Super Sunday, but then it's a Super Monday there, Super Monday morning for Indian sports lovers and Indian hockey fans, as Indian women's hockey team too have reached the semi-finals of the Tokyo Olympics. They're making I would say, making a match out of it. A 1-0 solitary goal, but one goal that's worth its weight in gold, especially considering the fact that not many gave them a chance. Many wrote them off, but they have done the unthinkable there, clearly in terms of how things have played out there in the 60 minutes of action that we saw against the Australians. How does this game become interesting? India got 1 penalty corner in the entire outing, and that 1 penalty corner was all that made the difference between India winning and Australia losing. That 1 penalty corner, that Gurjeet's drag flick, that broke the deadlock, where India surged ahead 1-0 in the 22nd minute, and then India defended for 38 minutes, and the rest, as is said, is history, as Indian women now walk into the semi-finals with their head held high. They take on the mighty Argentinians for a place in the finals. Argentinians are no pushovers. They are world number 2. India is world number 10. It's 2 versus 10, but rankings don't matter at this big stage, where it's emotions that take over, where it's momentum that takes over. And mighty Australians have bitten the dust with the momentum that India brought to the field in 60 minutes. Would it be the turn of the Argentinians to face the heat? So is it going to be something different that we see the women's hockey team? Did they save the best for last? We've got Helen Mary joining us live now. Helen Mary was part of the 2002 Commonwealth Games winning campaign that India managed to pull off. Not many gave them a chance there too, but that particular team there did the unthinkable this time around too. The women's hockey team doing the unthinkable. Not many expected them to come good. Helen, how would you look at it? Then Nobody gave you a chance when you all walked into that Commonwealth Games. Now nobody gave the Indian women's hockey team a chance. Is it when, you know, everybody writes off women's hockey, that's when women's hockey surge or makes a comeback, or, you know, surges its head ahead and shows that, you know, this is what we are made of?
Yeah, definitely. See, whatever you do, when you do it on the field, at present only everyone believes it. It's only sunrise. So nobody sees the sunset. So I feel what they have done today was really incredible to the team and the crores of people who's in India and praying for the best for them. And I definitely say that this confidence has come from the Ireland, what they made over there, and the win to enter for the quarterfinals. So this was a success for them, and history always comes up. Like when you have a faith in the team, it comes out. Like in 2002, none didn't believe that the team was going to play finals. The same thing happened. They repeated it back. When they're playing in the pool, everyone thought that the team was out of pool, and suddenly when they won against Ireland, again the confidence started with the people.
Okay, now, you know, you watch the game differently as compared to how we would watch it. Where do you think the transformation or that U-turn came about, especially when it comes to this particular campaign? You know, they lost their 3 games. They looked down and out, but where do you think that turnaround came about?
See, when we keep playing, the defeat always be, and we learn from the defeat.
Okay.
So this is what happened during the first and the second. When they played against Netherlands, the score was quite different in the sense. I didn't expect they would have taken so much. I thought of 3-2, 3-1 because the way they're playing after 2016, the team has been fit, and they are on the toe in each and every test matches, and the matches what they previously played, I've been seeing them, and there is a vast difference between the 2016 and 21, sorry. And if you see them, the U-turn started in when they played against Ireland, and they have been increasing. Playing against Germany, the 2-0, we lost because we couldn't concede in the stroke which we got. We could have utilized it, but still the hope was going on. They never left that, okay, we cannot do this here, something. The hope was still going on, and we definitely seen when they're playing against Germany, the score would be 3-2, win against them. But they lost over there. But they came back again, and they played really very good against Ireland.
Okay, now when one looks at this particular journey, you know, you mentioned about 2016 and, you know, being consistent there. But when one takes a look at the record, you know, it starts off way back in 2010, you know, Guangzhou Asian Games, and the 3 Asian, and the 3 that follow after that. You know, we finished 4th. In 2014, we finished 3rd. In 2018, in Jakarta, we finished 2nd. So, you know, they were taking slow steps, but it was just that nobody gave them a thought, or nobody believed that they could do it at the bigger stage of all the Olympic Games.
So this is like, it is not a athletic, like you start and you finish it. So we got till end, we got the chance because it's a pool. So always you keep going on, you focus on that. Say if you see 14, they had been 3rd, then again they came back, again they became 2nd, and we had a quite hope. And it was 1-0, that's all. That was in the finals against Japan. So it was not a was this one. There was an improvement over there, and they came back, they knew what they were doing. So that impact was going on like that, and the improvement was there in the fitness and the strength wise. So that is where we were lacking a lot. So before we used to play 70 minutes game, but now it is 15, 4 quarters. So the difference is there, and then they knew what they have to do. So, and if you see the strategy, what they've been changing each and every time according and requirement of the team.
Okay.
So this was what they had been a plus point against Australia. Never thought they would have changed this way. So today's game, what they played, and the previous, what they were playing was quite different.
Okay. You know, Helen, I'll ask you to hold your thought. I've got the FIH president, you know, Narendra Batra joining us on this program. Mr. Batra, when one looks at this particular performance, it's something that you started your journey with, you know, hoping that one day we would see that. And I believe that that particular dream that you started off, you know, today we are on the culmination of achieving it, and maybe even taking 2 steps further.
I'll be talking to your IUA president, not FIH president, and I would say my dream would be completed when I see gold medals in hands of both men and women. So that's my dream, and that's what I wish to achieve with the men's and women's team, and I hope they both do well. The way the women have played today, I think they've done a fantastic job. And if they keep it up this way, then we should certainly be looking for some glory coming from them.
Okay, you're purely talking in terms of an IOA president, but looking at this performance, did you believe, as the IOA president, when this particular team was getting ready and, the show that they put up in the first 3 games, did you have a chance to meet this team and talk to them, especially when the chips were down?
I think ideally what happens is we do meet the athletes. It's not that we don't meet, but we don't discuss about how they played and how they performed. I think that would be not appropriate for me to be talking to them. That's their own strategies they plan and discuss.
Okay.
But I had my confidence that men and women were our means. You can say that they could surprise anyone on a given day, and that's what they did today. Australia was tipped to be the finalist, one of the finalists, and today India has just overturned that and now playing in the semi-finals day after tomorrow. So that's how the sport is. That's how the game is full of surprises.
Okay. Now, when one looks at Indian women's hockey, it's been a slow transition that they are making at the Asian Games. 4-3-2. That's the last 3 performance that they have put in the Asian Games. But at the biggest stage, the Summer Games, that's the Olympics, is it being persistently, giving them foreign exposure to her that's done this trick for women's hockey in particular?
Women and men both are getting equal treatment, equal facilities, equal matches, equal everything. And I'll tell you, the women fitness has improved a lot.
Okay.
Over the years. I think that was a surprise element for all our opponents, because India in I would say 90s and 80s and all would not last more than 40-45 minutes, and that's how the people used to look at that. They were confident men have done it, but women was a surprise element for all. I think the women fitness level is as fit as any team in the world for hockey. They can give a run for their money. The women can play for 2 hours at a stretch. I heard somebody saying 15 minutes quarters or 70 minutes make a difference. These women can play for 2 hours at a stretch. That's how fit they are.
Okay. Now, how does one look at the next opponent? Now since, India is there in the semis, they're taking on the mighty Argentinians, the world number 2. We have crushed world number 4 by a solitary margin, but a solitary goal is all that stands between win and a defeat. But how do you look at this next outing against Argentina?
So I'll tell you what, India has been coming up. India was ranked, I think, 13th and 11th when I took over as in Hockey India. Today, men are 4th and women are 9th, and this ranking will continue improving. So rankings improve when you beat the higher ranked teams. That's how your ranking improves. And I'm quite confident that good days for hockey are back again in India for both men and women now. It's not only men, but it's men and women both. That's what I would say.
Okay. Now, this particular transformation that's happened, with the men's hockey team and women's hockey team reaching the semi-finals, does that augur well for hockey as a sport in India? Does that now, create more awareness, more people picking up hockey sticks and back to the, hockey stadiums to not only cheer hockey, but also to play the game, because it's after a very, very long time. At least in my sporting career, this was one moment that I waited for to see, in a team event that we have somebody in the semi-finals, and the hockey team, both the men's and women's doing it. So is it going to be a game changer for hockey in particular in India?
No, I think hockey de facto is our national game in India. It's not declared, but a de facto national game. And there is passion and love for hockey in everyone's mind. I know India per se, people don't like losers or losing. That's why hockey went out of interest and cricket took over. But with hockey coming back into the scene, events coming into India, so I wish and hope that the same situation which prevailed in 70s and 80s comes back, and people do give their love and respect, love for this game and cheer it up. Because this is one game which is in our blood and in our genes. So I think both men and women have done them proud, given them hopes. So we do need everyone's support, not public, business houses, broadcast partners, everyone, because you need to support the game to make it popular and come back to its old glory.
Okay, I'm not going to keep you waiting, but is it one of the greatest moments, especially when one looks at team events and one looks at, India's Olympic journey? Is it one of the greatest moments, or one of the, or one of the biggest upsets that you have seen?
I would call this women's win today as in the team events as the event of the century, I would say.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate your joining us. It's an event of the century, as IOA President Narendra Batra puts it. It's clearly one moment that everyone has been waiting for. one moment or one when the match started, not many gave them a chance. We discussed it. We discussed this particular game before it started last evening when the men's team were playing. Not many put their hat in the ring to say, is the women's team going to do something similar to what the men's team did? But I think they had their doubts there. But this particular team now clearly putting all those doubts to rest. They have done what the men's team can do. We still got Helen Mary with us. Helen, now when one looks at it, do you feel this is going to be that Chak De moment? This is going to be that greatest moment? The IOA president puts it as, you know, the event of the century. How would you look at it, or how will you describe this particular sensational win?
Definitely, when I see the same way what he said, it is an incredible moment for India, that anything happens and they might do anything anytime.
Okay, now looking ahead, you know, you've got Argentina there in the semi-finals. How does, you know, it's going to be this particular video that India is played is going to be played, replayed, you know, by the Argentinians and also the other semi-finalists to make the cut. But do you feel that now the pressure will be on Argentinians because they have got somebody that they were not anticipating that they are meeting in the semi-finals? So they need to go back to the drawing board and they need to go hard with their markers and pencils, you know, working on strategies.
Definitely, I think Argentina has to pull their socks up, seeing the match what the Indians had played against Australia. So they might change any strategy, but I think India must be ready for anything because they see all the league matches and the quarterfinals. They can do much better, and India has played almost 4 to 5 test matches against Argentina, and they had very good movements, like 1 loss and 2 draw and 1 win was there against them. I think almost nearby.
Okay.
So they must be thinking this is very tough time for us.
Okay, Helen, you know, when you know, you've been a goalkeeper yourself, you've handled pressure under the bar. How would you look at, you know, what was going through Sunita Punia's mind, especially in that 38 minutes, you know, that she was standing under the bar when India didn't take a lead, and out of the blue we are 1-0 up. So you know that you know that Australia is going to come back hard at you. So what goes in a player's or a goalkeeper's mind, you know, because it's a goalkeeper that stands between victory and defeat at the end of the day when one walks out after 60 minutes of action.
I would definitely say, like when I was coaching Savita, she is a very cool and calm deck. She doesn't be excited. She doesn't be overrated when they score or when she takes the goal in herself. Yeah, when any movement happens, she plays 60 minutes very cool and calm, and she's the one who guides the defenders, like how we have to run. How Srijesh commenters there, that Savita doesn't comment, but her soft voice makes the defender to be in a perfect position. But if you still see, butterflies must be flying over her because it is on her shoulders, and as to be like a vice captain, if you see, it is on her shoulders that after scoring the goal, how we have to handle it, how we have to be calm down, how we have to impact the PC level. She must be talking about that because I've seen her always being cool and calm under the bar.
Okay, does that help being cool and calm under the bar? You know, you don't get flustered, but you know there are raids after raids that are happening. There were almost 9 penalty corners, and she's brought about 9 saves, so she's got a 100% track record. Would it be right to compare, you know, your statemate, you know, especially PR Srijesh? You know, they are now both Srijesh as well as Sunita. They are both synonymous with safety.
Yeah, definitely. Cool and calm makes us more to play, enjoy the match what we are doing. Because over it, if you see, your heartbeat goes up. So that is what she always learned. If you be cool and calm, she can definitely do lots of surprises in the team.
Okay, now, you know, when you look at this particular squad, you know, Sunita comes as the senior most pro, not in terms of, you know, the experience that she brings above there. 202 matches, 202 caps that she has against her name. Does that make a thing, you know, does that take the burden of, say, Vandana Kataria, or for that matter, Rani Rampal, she's the captain. Does that take a lot of pressure off you, you know, when you know somebody under the bar is going to create that Chak De moment for you? So, you know, you feel calm, you feel reassured that your goalkeeper is going to do the rest. We've managed to get that slender 1-0 goal. And, you know, that's where, you know, this story is written.
Yeah, when you be in the bar and you know she's so experienced player, we also expect some of the way what the strikers does, because we know when Rani is there, when Vandana is there in the striker position, we know they can do much better. When they score, we have more more energy coming out. We can do much more. So the thing, what she is having confidence in them, the same confidence the team will be always have confidence on the goalkeepers. This is how it is connected with them together, and this is how it goes also.
Okay, Helen, now when one looks at our next outing, is the approach different? When one sets the tone, especially reaching that knockout stage, do you see a different approach that the coach and Rani Rampal would bring to the team, or would you see a similar approach? Look for that goal and then hold on and try and win that 60 minutes of action against Argentina, or do you see a different strategy there on the field?
No, first strategy is always attacking game.
Okay.
So if you attack, if you keep the ball in their court, it is definitely they will be on the toe to take out from their court to our court. So I feel the strategy what they have been playing till now on the line of the ball, definitely they'll be doing for the next matches also, which is going to be played against Argentina. So the same strategy cannot be played. They will be changing the strategy as per the requirement of the other team.
Okay. There is a line from the movie Bar. It's coming again and again in my mind. From the movie Dangal. हमारी छोरी हमारे छोरों से कम नहीं है. Do you feel they have done this particular line? When this line was said, then in an individual game like wrestling, I thought, is it ever possible to say this line for a team sport? And do you see that happening today, that हमारी छोरी किसी छोरों से कम नहीं है?
I definitely doesn't want to compare anything, but I would definitely say this: what we are doing today only takes up over there. It is not about gender, boys, your girl, something. So this is like our line. Always we say, whenever we do or die. This is always we go with the team whenever we start.
Okay, do or die. Since you mentioned, now there are two matches that are do or die. You could either be on the podium, you could be looking at glory, or you could be looking at, some kind of recovery there in this particular campaign. Where do you see from here on the team? Where does the team, does this win give that impetus that is needed, to take this team forward, take this team to dream, big?
As a sportsman, I would definitely want my team to be on the podium. And as a coach, I definitely see them on the podium with the flag flying, and we are all standing for the national anthem.
Well, I think it's been a historic moment there in the making. Helen Mary, thank you and appreciate you joining us on News on the Hour. It was a pleasure having you here. I remember that particular game where under the bar you helped India attain glory in the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester. This time around, 19 years later, we have something very similar that happened there with the goalkeeper. It was Gurjeet Kaur who scored that all-important goal, helping break that deadlock in that game in the 22nd minute. But then it was Sunita Punia. She's been that rock of Gibraltar there under the bar. 9 shots on target, or 9 penalty corners that Australia got. She's brought about 9 superlative saves. Ashok Martolia still there with us. I'll take a final word from Ashok Martolia before I wind this up. Ashok, now when we look at this particular outing, semi-final, India versus Argentina, how would you rate India's chances?
Definitely, Anil, there is a chance that because the way we have been performing in Tokyo Olympic, both men's and women, and the way defeated, the Australia, nobody was expecting that the Indian women team will defeat Australia. So I'm very hopeful that we will be able to make it for the finals, because you cannot say anything, you cannot predict in sports. Before entering into the quarterfinals, that people were just reluctant about Indian performance. But the way today they performed, I think I am very hopeful that we will be able to make for the finals, and definitely we will defeat Argentina.
Okay, we will defeat Argentina. But do you somewhere feel that the big difference then with the hockey team and the big difference now is the fit?
So that shows that how the Indian team have prepared for themselves for such a big event, and I am hopeful that in the coming year and in this Olympic also we'll be able to make it for the finals.
Okay, Ashok, pretty hopeful of India making it to the finals there at this particular Olympics. But it's been one dream run that we've seen, especially when it comes to women's hockey. The performance that they have put Not many gave them a chance, but then it's been a fortress, especially when it comes to Indian defense, that the Australian found difficult to breach. Everyone talks about PR Srijesh being that great wall or a wall against Team Great Britain, but today Sunita Punia showed that she is a fortress that cannot be breached. And the Indian women's hockey team clearly doing the unthinkable. Not many gave them a chance, as I said before, but they have done the unthinkable, beaten Australia 1-0 by a solitary goal. Gurjeet Kaur scoring that all-important goal in the 22nd minute. And we are in the semi-finals of Tokyo Olympics. Well, that's it from me and my entire team. I hope you liked the coverage. That's it on News on the Hour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Take care. Enjoy that moment that we leave you with, and also have a safe and wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.